my name is Heidi, and I am the lead of the Dog Obedience Program for Animal Behavior College.
How long have you been a dog trainer?
For about 17 years.
Why did you decide to become a dog trainer? And what led you to working with animals?
Ever since I was a little girl, when I was growing up, we raised boxers, and we showed them. So I was in junior handling and all of that. Took my dogs through basic obedience, and just thought that would be a wonderful thing to do. I thought I'd be a vet, but then realized that I really couldn't handle the sad side of becoming a veterinarian. So, and life took me in a different direction. I went into business classes, and that got my degree in business. And then it came back to dog training.
What do you think is the most difficult part for those considering training dogs? How can they overcome that?
I think for the most part, since the majority of dog trainers are independent people, the hardest part is selling yourself.
Yeah.
That if you can work for somebody, not everybody can go out there and talk to everybody and say, I'm the best dog trainer in the area. Or if they see someone having a hard time with their dog, just walk up to them and say, hey, let me help you with that. Not everybody can do that. So I think for most people, that's the hardest part of becoming a successful dog trainer.
And do you feel like that sort of plays into some of the common fears as well, that
Yes.
people are just afraid of approaching
Mm-hmm.
people?
And I think a lot of people come into it thinking they're just going to be able to play with dogs. They have to talk to people, and that's the hardest part, I think, for a lot.
How did you become a dog trainer? Did you go to school or volunteer?
I did training when I was very young, through 4-H and things like that. So I, was very young. And then when I came back around, how I got back into it as an adult, I had rescued a dog, or he rescued me. He found me in the middle of a copper mine in the middle of Arizona, just out anywhere. And I knew I wanted to take him to obedience classes. So I signed up for the local classes at my Petco. So I mentored, she saw that I had a passion for this, and the trainer that I had there saw that I had a passion for this and asked if I ever wanted to do it. And I sort of laughed because I was like, yes, I did a long time ago, and my life went in a different path, as I mentioned before. But I mentored basically under her for about a year, going to her classes every week and going to her private lessons with her and taking over some of her classes. Under her guidance, I would teach them. She'd just watch me and make sure everything was there and I was answering the questions properly. So then I was teaching group classes through Petco. Had my daughter and decided that I wanted a more flexible schedule and did only privates. Doing that, I was still attending and continuing my education. Attended an APDT conference, ran into my mentor again, and here I am at Animal Behavior College. The lead. Went through the course here, even though I had been training for a bit, wanted to earn my certification and become and be more update on the information that was out there. Even though I had been attending conferences and things like that, still wasn't in this full circle of what the training was. Right. So and how I'm back here and training again and loving it.
How can someone become a certified dog trainer?
Well, basically, through Animal Behavior College, they can just go onto our website, review our information. They could do a live chat, say they're interested. I believe they also can just download their contact information, and we will contact them as soon as possible to get back to them. They speak to an admissions counselor to become enrolled, understand the program. Once enrolled, they'll work with a program manager such as myself or an externship coordinator. We're here to guide them through the program. They learn book work as well as hands-on training, and at the end they take a final exam, and if they have passed everything along the way, they will earn their certificate of completion of the Animal Behavior College program.
If they have to go to school, how long does it take? What types of schools offer dog training certifications?
Well, most can do it in a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's approximately a year program. We allow a year and a half for people to get through because we know life happens, and holidays come up, and especially with dog training and people being independent, a lot do their classes outdoors. A lot of our trainers do their classes outdoors, so weather becomes a factor for us. So we do, we understand that. We know that's going to happen. But someone can go through it super fast too. We've had some students go through it in less than 6 months. Dedicated, they're on top of their curriculum. They attend their classes as scheduled or at multiple classes if the trainer offers multiple classes, and that way they can get through their externship faster as well.
So more or less, it is flexible.
It is
to a point.
To a point, yes, it is flexible. The stages 1 through 9, in my opinion, are more flexible in the sense that you can read when you want. You do have due dates for your exams. You can read when you want and study when you want. We don't say you have to read this on this day and this on this day. It's up to you. As a student with a distance learning education, you need to be dedicated and committed to set your criteria, set your due dates. We give you due dates. I say set your due dates, but set your due dates of what you need to accomplish by this point, so that you can submit your exams on time. Where it's not quite as flexible is in the externship. The mentor trainers have set classes typically, if you're doing a group class. If their class is every Monday night at 7 o'clock, that's when you need to go. If they are more flexible and have more privates or work in a shelter format, they sometimes can work around your schedule a little more. But typically, the externship, we need you to be able to commit to it, attending a class when that mentor trainer has it available.